We have an amazing team of teachers here. They absolutely all have the will. As soon as they see that a child can do, it changes everything.
When you get in there and do it, it's so rewarding and amazing to see where these kids come from, coming in the beginning of the year and when they leave, what they've accomplished.
I just feel very lucky to be part of Garden Grove. I think that they're always putting kids first.
Because as teachers, we're all learners too. So there were some who thought we can absolutely do this, and some who thought, I don't think the kids are ready for it. And by the end of the year, the conversation completely switched, and everyone was very pleasantly surprised at how the kids really stepped up and were able to do the things that we set out for them.
The expectation here is that all students will learn, and we will do whatever we need to do to get them there. You know, it's not just the individual child, but it's the whole family. The whole atmosphere here has changed. I arrived at Peters. This is my 5th year starting, and when I arrived, we noticed that our students were not reading. The first thing I had to look at was school culture. Did our teachers believe, first of all, that our students could learn? It was a very veteran team of teachers, so for me, I was actually probably one of the youngest staff members at that time when I arrived, and so I had to earn their respect by showing them that I could deliver an instructional plan for the entire school. I used data to show what our students knew and where we had to end up. It took about 6 months for that buy-in to happen, that they first of all believed and trusted what I was saying. The buy-in piece was crucial with such a large site, and I needed to build leaders in the school immediately in order for it to function well. We also use a grade chair team, an instructional leadership team, and a data team to look at the entire school with all the pieces and try to put a puzzle together in order to meet our goal of making sure that all of our students were able to read. Our grade chair team consists of one teacher from each grade level, including a GATE teacher, which is our Gifted and Talented Education Program. So we have 5 teachers on the grade chair team. Our instructional leadership team also consists of 5 different teachers, and those teachers are a representative of each grade level as well, including a GATE teacher. And then our data team is a team of 6 teachers, one from each grade level, a special ed teacher, and a GATE teacher, and they specifically helped me sort out the data piece. So the buy-in was the evidence. Once they started to see that students could complete tasks or complete skills, they were excited, and it just became infectious. And the teachers wanted to be on these teams. I have teachers that want to be on teams that we've added to the team even though we don't need additional members. It's been very exciting. We have multiple groups that we're working with at all times. Our teacher on special assignment is assigned to us from the district. She's a great support instructionally. Whether it's our demo teacher, whether it's our instructional leadership team, whether it's a grade chair, she's the leader within the leader. So she's in between myself and our other leadership teams, and so she's this great cohesive piece that brings the district and the schools all together.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and get ready for our next ILT facilitators group meeting that we'll be doing at our grade levels. So if everybody could get out there, step 1. This is our new Common Core step 1. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to use our study guide, and we're going to engage in what 1A would look like for our grade level.
It's not one person giving a lesson, it's an entire team of teachers working together to find out what is the end goal that we want and what are we going to do to get our kids there and how do we make sure they're there.
So I'll give you a sample of what it would be if I was using the 4th grade standards, and it would just be to use details from the story Akiak to come up with the big idea or the theme in which we just read. So just think about it as your objective and what are your big ideas, but correlate it to the standards that you just chose.
We make the lesson together, and then we all go to our classrooms and we do it, and then we come back, basically evaluate how the lesson went, were the students able to take the learning on, and then we make adjustments as we go along. So the exciting thing is all kids have received the same base instruction, and now we can refine it when they're in groups based more on their skills.
A more cut-across question, what's the difference between the terms of reference of this group and the terms of reference of ILT group?
Well, we don't participate in ILT, so their focus is more on the curriculum specifically and the delivery of curriculum.
And ours is more procedural.
It could be, we're having issues on the playground. Let's talk about ways to improve that. So they're definitely the procedural help.
I also like to be in this team because I'm really organized and
You don't like surprises, right?
I don't like surprises. I like to know what's ahead
Yeah.
and I keep my team organized. So if Michelle collects something,
Yeah.
I don't like to wait for somebody. I'm in charge. I make sure everything is there and collected and hand it to her. So.
And I think it makes it easier for the teams. We have a large staff, so
Yeah.
having a grade level chair at each level, they're able to approach each of us and we can get an answer either quicker back from Michelle or maybe that's something we've already talked about
Yeah.
in our meeting. So I think that the staff as a whole kind of appreciates that, don't you think?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I cannot find my pencil. Watch me spell it. F-I-N-D. Your turn. Ready? Spell it. F-I-N-D. Just the girls. Ready? Go.
We have 8 demonstration teachers. Some were by volunteer, and there we have 2 per grade level. By having these demo teachers that the district in fact trains, they're going to get to experiment and try everything that the district is asking us to do. And then they assist our instructional leadership team here to plan the lessons that are now aligning to the Common Core. So they're very excited about that.
You guys ready to do one together? Boys and girls, think about what vowel you see in this word. Cap it when you know it. As a demo teacher, it was a really good opportunity that my principal gave me to learn whatever we're trying to implement within the whole district at the current time, and to be able to try it out in the classroom and then to bring it and demonstrate it for other teachers, and then collaborating with other teachers to see how we can make it better.
A closed syllable ends in at least
one consonant.
And the vowel sound is?
Short.
And it's all about the vowel sound. All right, let's look at our other one. Our next syllable type is open syllable. Remember, what's the formation of our mouth at the end of an open syllable? So I'll have my TOSA will come in and actually support me in the classroom. I'll go to trainings through the district, and then I'll have a chance to refine it, and then I'll have teachers that'll come in from other schools so that we can share outside of just our own school. And it's great because it gives me an opportunity to practice, and it gives me an opportunity to get feedback from other teachers.
My role is to give feedback that will get them to where we need them to go. And I have to be visible. I have to be in classrooms. I have to commit to that time. And the paper will be there for me to deal with later. My role is to be the instructional leader.
Let me ask you a leading question, which is, if I'm a teacher here, don't I get a little bit confused? I have the grade level team, and then I have the instructional leadership team, I have the TOSA, I have the demonstration teachers. So it feels like a lot. So it's a question about coherence. How does a teacher get a sense of coherence in this school?
The roles are very clearly defined. We define them as a staff. I think because they were part of the process to develop the teams, they're very clearly understanding what the role of the team is, and so there's never any question as to who's overseeing what.
Some places we go, the teachers say, well, there's too many initiatives here. We're just overloaded with initiatives. Why isn't that the case in Garden Grove?
I feel like our district really looks at research and what's best for kids, and I think that focus always goes to what is going to be the best to make our kids successful. And so for us, when we get it, it's good stuff. It's not like do this and next year it'll be gone kind of thing.
I just feel like we're constantly being supported. It's not just taught to us and then we move on, but there's constantly coming back and revisiting it, and we have the opportunity to, talk more about it with teachers, or have teachers assist us, or TOSAs assist us. So it's not given to us and we move on. It's supported.
They know that at any given time there is someone that will coach, assist, or help them get to what they need to do. And they never feel alone.
The Garden Grove way is working as a team. Lots and lots of support. We're never told, here's what you need to do it on your own. There's always layers of support along the way. So I think that's just the Garden Grove way. And I think the other thing is believing kids can do it. And the expectation is they will.
I'd say we saw true results our 3rd year. There was a lot of work involved prior to that. We had to pull teachers out for professional development. We created our own right here. Last year we saw our largest gain on our standardized test from the state. We showed an 11% increase in our Goal 1 in 3rd grade. We've never shown a double-digit increase ever. This campus hasn't shown that ever. and we're just building on that enthusiasm at this moment. When I arrived, I gave myself a 5-year plan, and I'm in year 5. And the plan was to build teams around me that in fact could move the school, both instructionally and procedurally. Looking back, we've achieved that. Our students are able to read. Beyond that, the culture of the school is that I could leave and the school would function as if I weren't here because of the culture. They own the work. We own the work together.